views expressed on this program are those of the hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of this station, its management, or other advertisers. You're listening to Transformation Talk Radio.
Get ready to experience the truth. Welcome to Truth Talk Radio with your host, Deb Acker. Truth Talk Radio is a hit show that will illuminate the truth in your daily life as you experience life, love, and abundance from a whole new perspective. Unleash your intuitive nature while Deb helps you stop looking outside yourself for value and happiness, break through patterns, and move into your authentic truth at lightning speed. Truth Talk Radio will leave you feeling lighter, help you live with more presence, passion, and clarity, and bring you into a place of infinite possibilities every day in every way. Now here's your host, Deb Acker.
Hello, everyone. I'm Deb Acker, and you are listening to Truth Talk on Transformation Talk Radio. Stay with me for the next hour as I help you experience the truth, nothing but the truth. Each week on Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, I'll have some of the most gifted, inspiring, and unique souls, speakers, and authors helping to move you into more light, love, and of course, truth. And with that, I want to welcome today's guest, Erin Diedling. Erin is a clinical psychotherapist and founder of Loft Counseling PC in Chicago. She is a somatic experience practitioner, a psychobiological treatment for trauma and anxiety. She treats complex trauma, early developmental and attachment issues, eating disorders, anxiety, couples, artists, and more. In addition, Erin is an intuitive reader and healer. She grew up in New Orleans where she became aware of her ability to perceive energy from a young age. She claims that love and connection are her greatest tools for helping her clients. She has a passion for the impossible, happily using her gifts to help people worldwide connect to their heart's desires and clear dysfunctional patterns to get into the flow of their own unique creative energy. And for me, I initially met Erin in the class I was taking. You know, sometimes when you meet someone, you just know that you are supposed to know them. This was the way I felt when I met Erin, and after connecting, I knew why. This woman has such a sweet heart and genuinely cares for the people around her. Her desire to truly help others, along with her realness and vulnerability to show her true self and not present a perfect image, was definitely something I could relate to and wanted to connect with. And so I'm so excited to have her here today. Welcome, Erin. How are you?
Hi, Deb. Thank you so much. It's so nice to be on your show. I'm doing great. But to answer your question,
yeah. I'm so excited to have you here today. I'm so excited for the conversation that we are going to have. Can you tell us a little bit about your journey and how you got on this journey?
The one about the following your truth and being the healing or just like
whichever,
being on this planet to begin with.
Yes, wherever you want to start is awesome.
Well, I would have to say I knew from a young age that I wanted to work with people and do healing kind of work more psychologically, because that was the example at the time that was acceptable. And then over the years, I realized that I had gifts for healing and gifts for intuition and wanted to add those to the psychological piece. And it's just, I think on this kind of a journey, or when you're aware of energy or when you're aware of healing gifts, you never stop learning. And so I feel like I'm still very much on the journey and very much a student. And I'm really lucky to be able to combine the more psychological approach with the energy piece and just kind of meet people where they are. And I found a lot of healing personally with all kinds of modalities, and whether it be through counseling or through energy work, touch work, intuitive schools and energy schools and all that sort of thing. And then I've just sort of gathered them together, much like you have. And here I am with some stories to tell.
Perfect. So, you mentioned combining the psychological and healing piece. What does that look like for you?
Sometimes I'll have people come in for more of they want more of the therapy piece, or they are looking for traditional psychotherapy, but maybe they've had an incident where their spirit has been wounded, or maybe there's even been some spiritual trauma, for lack of a better word. My specialty is trauma. So I'll meet them at the mind, but then I just feel like you can't always heal the mind if you don't bring in the spirit, or you can't heal the mind if you don't bring in the body. And so they all start to roll together. And what I find is I meet someone where they are, or I've been met where I am, and then kind of fold in or loop in those other aspects of the self. And I just find the body has its own genius and will do its own thing, whether my consciousness is along for the ride or not. And then the mind has its own strivings, and so does the spirit. And I get to kind of play in the field of all three. And depending on where someone, say, comes in as a client, or where I am as a client of life, I just kind of meet the world where I am, or I meet the client where they are. And does that help answer your question?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, and, I know you've trained in a ton of modalities. Do you have a favorite modality out of all of the different areas you've trained in?
Spirit. I love working with the spirit. I love working with the soul. And I was doing some healing appointments today with a company called PH360. I'm one of their healers. And the people that I've never met before will say, when you go into healing mode, you become this. When you go into healing mode, your energy is like that. And it's my bliss. And there's nothing I love more in this world than just going in and looking at energy, and sort of helping heal it, or help move things along, or help break through something. I'm in my bliss when I'm looking at energy, working with energy. It's my playground. and yeah, I love the psychology piece too. Don't get me wrong. But it's always better if I can take that psychological piece and have the compassion, but also play with the spirit realm.
Awesome. And for those that are new to energy and aren't as familiar with energy, what does, what is looking at energy? What does that look like?
Sure. And everyone sees energy differently, I believe. I have heard, and I firmly believe, that everything in physical form has an energetic grid or an energetic underpinning, that everything in physical form started with energy. And if you look, you can sometimes see that energetic grid, or you can see, I'll see energy in colors. I'll see it in pictures. So what's called clairvoyance, where you see pictures like a Polaroid, or images. There's clairaudience, where you hear energy or you get sound vibrations. There's clairsentience, which is where you feel energy. And empaths are really good with this. And then there's the knowing, where you just know because you know, which is really your specialty. You can just sort of at the crown feel a room from your knowingness. There are people that can hold an object and tell you everything about them. And in some of my trainings, what I found is if I offer support to body tissues, so say I have my hand underneath the kidney will start telling me its story. And then you talk to the other kidney, and that one's got a whole other story. And a lot of times the tissues will tell you their stories, or tell you about the like scrape knee story, so to speak, or surgery, or a difficult time, or a grief process, and that the tissues have their own genius. So I guess that's similar to holding an object and being able to tell you all about the object, but it's more through the body.
Yeah.
And I forget, there's a name for that when you hold an object. I'll think of it before we're done today, but there's a special name for it. There's telekinesis, where you can move energy quickly, which isn't necessarily moving objects, but that's included. And so I am not big on lifting objects with my mind. I'm not a levitator, but I tend to experience all those other forms of energy that we just talked about.
Yeah, no, that's really super cool. Well, and we have to take a quick break here in a second, but I want to ask you, how do you use, like you were talking about sort of your senses around, like, for instance, you use we're talking about the kidneys. What does that look like in terms of how you use that to heal?
How do I use that information to heal? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, exactly.
So the somatic model it offers support to the tissues. It offers support to the individual, so that really, if you offer the support, the tissues will start to regulate themselves. So if I place my hand under the kidney, the reason why I work with the kidney is because it gets at the adrenal. And the adrenal is a big piece of regulating the nervous system. The adrenals, the pituitary, the hypothalamus are the chief regulators. So if I offer support and a hello to, say, the right kidney, it will, if it trusts me and if it feels comfortable, it will drop down. And then that gives the kidney a lot of space to do regulation. And then I'll start to feel what I call discharge, where there's nervous energy literally being let out of the cells of the body, literally being let out of the nerves, where it's been stored deep in the organs or deep in the nervous system or deep in the brain. And so you can kind of let down some anxiety, let down even some trauma. Sometimes it'll feel like someone just opened up the freezer door on my hand. And what I'm feeling is a freeze response, where someone literally froze out of shock or out of attack or out of whatever the reason was. Maybe it was an anesthesia. And they needed to, and then the body will just start to release some of that. And without all that chaos in the organ system, the body will just start to do its thing a little bit better.
Awesome. So we are going to take a quick break here. You are listening to Truth Talk with Deb Acker. When we get back, we're going to explore more with Erin. So stay tuned. We will be right back.
You got attitude? Keys to the rescue. Adjust your attitude with Keys Clear Protein Waters. So refreshing. Just a few sips of Keys will give you a whole new outlook, thanks to 22 grams of the happiest protein on earth. Tongue-tingling tasty without the guilt of naughty or nasty ingredients. If that doesn't put a smile on your face, maybe you need to drink too. Put a little woohoo in your attitude with Keys Protein Water. On Amazon or at Keys, Kees, please.com.
Called the Oprah of radio by her listeners, award-winning host Dr. Pat Baccili is blowing the doors off of traditional talk radio. Get ready for an energizing delivery and powerful interviews with leaders in the field of human potential. Dr. Pat's fresh, new perspective on living life full out has catapulted her show to the top of talk radio. Tune in and Dr. Pat will help you thrive instead of merely survive. Visit thedrpatshow.com. That's THEDRPatShow.com for listening times in your area.
Are you ready for a radical shift in your way of being? Are you seeking a more deeply connected and fulfilling life? Awakened Living Radio is a show dedicated to helping you embrace a life filled with profound peace, connection, and happiness. TJ Woodward is passionate about helping you find your clarity, balance, and purpose. Join co-host TJ Woodward and Dr. Pat Baccili on the first Monday of every month at 11 a.m. Pacific Time for Awakened Living Radio on TransformationTalkRadio.com.
The doctor is in. Tune in to the hit show, The Psychic Love Doctor, with host Deborah Lee. Deborah's life-affirming, highly perceptive reading method has taught Deborah how to zero in on specific problems with relationships, career pursuits, and current roadblocks to success and happiness. Join Deborah Fridays at 2 p.m. Pacific, and for a special broadcast the second Thursday of every month at 11 a.m. Pacific on TransformationTalkRadio.com.
Get ready to experience Truth Talk Radio with host Deb Acker. Tune in to Truth Talk Radio each Wednesday at 3 p.m. Pacific on TransformationTalkRadio.com to illuminate the truth in your daily life as you experience life, love, and abundance from a whole new perspective. This hit show will leave you feeling lighter and bring you into a place of infinite possibilities every day in every way. Visit TruthTalkRadioshow.com for upcoming transformative
What
topics.
are vibes? We often use this word, but did you know vibes can actually be useful and help solve our everyday challenges? Embark on an exciting learning journey with Caitlin Keat, 11-time Visionary Award winner, specialist in vibrational energy, and the creator of Vibes Up. Join Caitlin as she takes you through the world of vibrational therapy and energy healing with natural solutions for a modern world. Visit vibesup.com to learn more today.
1230 WBLQ.
Well, I'm running down the road trying to loosen my load. I got 7 women on my mind.
We're back on Truth Talk. I am your host, Deb Acker. My guest today is Erin Diedling, and we are looking at you being the healing and just really, really following your heart. And before we continue, Erin, can you give your contact info to our listeners, please?
Sure. My website is erindiedling.com. So it's my first and last name. It's ERIN, and then my last name is DIEDLING.com. And then my best number to reach me is 773-263-3222, and that's in the States. And my email is ediedling, so my first initial, my last name, at gmail.com.
Awesome. And guys, we are taking callers today. If anyone does want to call in and get a healing or reading from Erin, you can call 800-930-2819. That's just 800-930-2819. And Erin, the title of the show obviously is You Are the Healing, so follow your heart. What do you mean when you say you are the healing?
Good question. You had talked early on about how I'm trained in like 8 bazillion different modalities, and I love the learning, and I love chasing down conferences, and at some point there comes a time to have what you know and just maybe stop. There has come a point for me anyway to stop and go, wait a second. Okay, I know a lot of stuff. What am I hiding from, or what am I not seeing? Or, maybe I do just love learning. And I had a few mentors come to me and just be like, it's great that you like to learn, and, by all means go to the conferences, but don't you see? Don't you see your gifts? So it was like I was searching outside. It sounds like such a stereotype or such a cliche, but I was searching outside for what I already possessed. Mm-hmm. And the idea that each individual came on board with gifts and just being, having, and doing those gifts is the healing for the world. Because in many ways, we all came here to be us, like spokes on a wheel, and we all offer a different kind of support or a different gift. And if we just stop and be those, or stop and do those, the more masculine aspect, then that is healing. You being you is healing. You being in your truth is healing. Brian, the producer, being with his voice, doing his voice is the healing. Like, it makes the world a better place, and on and on. And yeah. I don't know if everybody else gets to hear his voice, but he has a really great voice.
They're not as fortunate. Well, and speaking of healing, we actually have our first caller. Barbara from New Jersey is on the line.
Oh, great.
So, Brian, you can put her through.
Hi, Barbara. Welcome to the program.
Hi, Barbara. How are you?
That's great. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, thanks.
Hi, Barbara.
I called because I had this dream, and I wanted to see what the dream was all about.
Mm-hmm. Tell us about the dream. Or do you want me to just go in and look at it without you telling us?
Okay, you can look at it without me telling you.
Okay. And the modality I use, I'll ask you your full name at birth, or as much of your birth name as you're willing to give on air, if that's cool with you. So I'm plugged in to your energy. Just go ahead and say your birth name or as much of it as you want to give on air.
Bronco.
Okay. So when I'm looking at your dream, I'm seeing a lot of symbolic pictures, almost like a lot of medieval symbolism where there's a gem and there's a doorway and you're opening this doorway and you're not sure if you should step into it or not, because it's a big door. It's a big entry for you. And it's like you've been blessed with some kind of a gift. This gem is symbolic of a gift that you have. And in some ways you're being asked to use the gift, and moving through the doorway could be a leaving of something else. And so there's a little challenge around that. Moving into the door is also a little intimidating because it's such a big place to explore, such a big place to step into. So I'll just stop there. Does that resonate for you?
That's not what I had, though. It was a dream.
Mm-hmm.
It was my parents in the dream.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at something. I don't even know what I was looking at. And I felt breathing on both sides of my shoulders. I looked one way, and there was my mom. I looked the other way. There was my dad. I wanted to see what that was all about. I should say that first.
And I'm so sorry, it cut out a little bit. So you said in the dream there was your mom on one side and your dad on the other, and you want to know what that's about?
And I was looking at something. I don't know what the picture I was looking at or what I was looking at, and I felt them breathe. I felt breathing on both my shoulders, and when I looked one way, it was my mom, and when I looked the other way, it was my dad.
Mm-hmm. And what I'm seeing is there on the other side of this doorway that you're looking through, it's like a grand entrance. It's almost like someone opened the doorway onto the Grand Canyon. So it's vast, to say the least. And there's their energy is like, we're with you. You're not going to have to go into this vast place by yourself. It's huge, and it's there for you to explore, and we're going to walk with you. And so it's their spirit way of letting you know that that you have company, that you have support, that you have people that have your back while you're exploring a whole new venue.
Okay.
And how lovely you are.
Swimmer thing? Pardon me?
You're so welcome.
When I used to go see palm readers years ago, and everyone told me I had 3 children. I only have 2.
The palm readers did?
Yeah.
Oh. And they would tell you that, and that was baffling for you?
Well, I know my first pregnancy I was supposed to have twins.
Mm-hmm.
But back then, they didn't have that machine that, you can see what you're having. But I only had 1 birth. And then a couple of years later, I had another birth. So every time I go, they would say I have 3 children.
Mm-hmm. So, and that's confusing to you because you have 2?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Well, let's look. Shall we look? And there is a rule in terms of therapy, like don't go fixing someone else's reading, but I can totally look at it. That's not a problem.
I was just curious, if I did have one and somebody took it the first time. I mean, if I had twins like I was supposed to have.
So your first birth was twins? Is that what you're saying?
No, it was. They said the doctor said I was going to have twins, but when I went to the delivery room, it's just one child.
Mm-hmm.
It's been bugging me all these years.
It's still looking. And actually, it does look like there was a twin conception, but not a twin full pregnancy. It looks like early on the other twin passed, but it wasn't far enough along to disturb the pregnancy. And I'm also seeing that the metaphor of the third baby is a creative project of yours. Something that you do, something that you bring to the world. So third baby isn't necessarily a physical child. It's a metaphor of child.
I don't know what that means.
Do you have any kind of like a business or a gift that you do creatively?
No.
And let's look and see if there's something calling to you about that.
All righty, let's take a break, and we'll come right back with more with Deb Acker right after this. Stay with us.
Well, the midnight headlight find you on a rainy night, steep grade up ahead, slow me down, making no time. But I gotta keep rolling. Those are windshield wipers slapping out a tempo, keeping perfect rhythm with the song.
What are vibes? We often use this word, but did you know vibes can actually be useful and help solve our everyday challenges? Embark on an exciting learning journey with Caitlin Keat, 11-time Visionary Award winner, specialist in vibrational energy, and the creator of Vibes Up. Join Caitlin as she takes you through the world of vibrational therapy and energy healing, with natural solutions for a modern world. Visit vibesup.com to learn more today.
Living Kabbalah. Experience the fruits of the tree of life. In this 10-month Ascension program, Kabbalah unlocks the potential of your own divine nature to know and accomplish your unique purpose in life. Get ready for real and lasting change.
Enroll now for this 10-month Ascension program starting January 30th through 31st. Visit 10thhouse.org. That's 10thhouse.org today to learn more.
Are you tired of being tired? Hi, I'm Mary Jane Mack. Did you know the adrenal glands, the workhorse of the body? They are the means by which you position yourself in life for whatever comes your way. Tiny but mighty, producing hormones the body uses to promote energy and vitality. These adrenals determine how you respond to stress, and when depleted, the body loses its ability to function powerfully when we need it most. The much-needed adrenaline or epinephrine is not available for emergency situations. Cortisone and cortisol, the longer-acting anti-stress adrenal hormones, can also become depleted due to the pace of our everyday lives. We overwork and undernutrition our most powerful ally that helps us to live the lives we desire. We are able to determine the optimum function of the adrenals and put your system back in balance. Contact us today to feel powerfully energized at 888-777-4232 or visit us at maryjanemack.com.
Francine Vale is a being of light. She believes that all people of planet Earth are as well. As co-host of the Angel Healer radio show, Francine teaches you heart-centered ways to manifest healing on your own behalf and how to integrate love more fully into your daily life. Connect with your angels as you find your life flowing with ease and harmony. Walk the path of light with Francine and Dr. Pat Basili every month on TransformationTalkRadio.com.
Are you ready for a game changer? Sarah Westall is bringing you Business Game Changers Radio. Sarah brings you leading experts, visionaries, and newsmakers who provide the best commentary on big issues and cutting-edge innovations. Sarah's 20 years as a business executive will help you think like an entrepreneur with expertise, energy, and attitude. Tune in to Business Game Changers Mondays at noon Pacific, 3 Eastern on TransformationTalkRadio.com.
What is a Master Soul Gardener? With Nomi Bahar, you can be one too. Her revolutionary Gates of Power method is a comprehensive program that addresses every aspect of yourself and gives you the tools to tend to the seeds of your soul's garden. Let Nomi guide you through and beyond what's holding you back and help you embrace the life you've always dreamed of. To learn more about upcoming classes and workshops, visit gatesofpower.com today.
Transformation Talk Radio is dedicated to the education and awareness of Lyme disease.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Lyme Talk Radio. I'm Dr. Pat, joined here by Dr. Nusheen Darvish.
Dr. Pat Basili and Dr. Nusheen Darvish will be bringing the most innovative, groundbreaking information, research, treatment innovations, and stories from those it affects every day.
I'm so excited to be talking about this. We have so much to share. Dr. Darvish and I are planning to do is connect the dots.
People suffering with all sorts of chronic diseases. It's time. It is time for them to transform.
Tune into Lyme Talk Radio and help keep our mission strong.
For the loyal listeners out there that have been listening to this incredible show on Lyme disease, we are not going to let you down. We're going to come through stronger and enrich the platform for Lyme disease awareness through Lyme Talk Radio. The message will continue, the conversations will become stronger, and the healing epic.
We're back on Truth Talk. I'm your host, Deb Acker. We are talking with Erin Diedling about being the healing. And before we left, we were talking with Barbara from New Jersey about a dream that she had had. Barbara, are you still there?
Yes, I am.
Perfect. So, Erin, did you have anything else that you were going to add to what you were seeing with the dream, or any other input?
Yeah, a couple of things. One, Barbara, is when you have someone being predictive of the future, the beings that they're reading, including you, have free will choice to change things up. And it looks like the twin, it's sort of like you're at Disney World and you're going to take the two kids on the roller coaster, or you're going to take them on the kids' roller coaster. And then one of them was like, whoa, wait, I want to go on the swings. And so it looks like one of the little ones caught a ride elsewhere. In other words, had something else to go and do. And so didn't come through and come through the pregnancy, that is. And then when I was saying in terms of creative project, it looks like you may be really drawn to the mystical arts, and that may be a field of study or a field of creativity for you that you might be interested in exploring. And that creative project could be the quote unquote baby, the third one, if you're looking for a third baby. But it looks like you are that was kind of the realm when you were looking at the door that was so into that area that was so vast. It's very much the mystical realms, and that maybe you want to explore yourself as a psychic or as a mystic or as a healing artist. Does that make sense?
I appreciate that.
And Deb, she's psychic too, and I believe she has some stuff to say about your dream as well. So.
Well, and I was just tapping into just the energy, like the energy around your parents. Were your parents are they really protective? Were they really protective? Because that was the energy that I was sensing as you were describing the two of them, either protective energy or I don't know. It almost felt like suffocating, truthfully. It felt kind of like it was like they were either holding you or they were trying to kind of keep you in place, not that's what it felt. Does that resonate at all for you?
Oh, you mean in the dream or when I was growing up?
Either way.
In the dream, it was I was looking at something. I don't know. It was important paper, and they just came through on each shoulder. I didn't say anything or nothing. I just saw them. Wow.
Yeah,
I felt their breathing.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it felt like in some way they were just either trying to, like, protecting you, holding you. It just really felt like they were trying to keep you in place.
Yeah, maybe because I've been fighting a lot. Maybe they were trying to save me from what I was thinking of doing or something.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely possible.
I mean, they died like years apart, and I didn't even think my dad was going to be with my mom. I was kind of shocked to see him. I actually woke up. I didn't woke up from a dream.
Okay,
but
so
I appreciate that.
Okay, yeah, you're cutting out a little bit, but we are actually going to. We're going to actually continue on. Thank you so much for calling in. Our Erin's insight and my insight, hopefully that helped provide you some clarity.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Barbara.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Perfect. So we are talking with Erin Diedling, and Erin, the title of the show is "You Are the Healing, So You Can Follow Your Heart." And I want to ask you, how do we follow our hearts? Like, what does that look like? And for someone that's maybe not fully connected, how do they begin to really tap into and follow their heart?
I would say initially we have urges, we have callings, we have little ways that the universe, our hearts, our intuition kind of whispers to us. And if we don't listen, it'll start to shout. And I know I told you the story that I went on a trip recently, and everything in my intuition, everything in my body said terror. Everything in my intuition said no, 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 no. And I tell people all day long about listening to their intuition, and I listen to intuition for them. And here I was, supposed to be so psychic, and I wasn't listening to my own body that was saying, absolutely not, do not go, not this time. Nope, don't go. Mm-mm. And I went, and it didn't turn out so well. I got, really sick and kind of got stuck overseas. And what I learned in that experience, and it took a near-death experience for me to go, oh, wait, I had the messages all along. My body, my intuition was talking all along, saying, no, don't go. This isn't the right time. It's a great place. Go later. And the lesson for me was my heart was whispering, and then my heart was talking really loudly, and then it was screaming, and then my body was in terror. And so the felt sense in the body is a really good indicator as well. And I think in polite society, we're taught in some ways not to listen. Like, it's impolite if my body is in terror. That's not socially acceptable. And if I would have listened, I would have made a lot of different choices. And it was sort of like, I didn't want to lose out on the cost of the trip and all that. But in the end, by going, it actually cost a lot more to go than if I had just eaten the ticket. And in that way, the universe was saying, listen to your heart. And so it was a big lesson that, practice what I preach. And does that help explain?
Well, and like, what's the, you're saying, listen to your heart and stuff, and like listen to your body, but what did those messages look like? How did they come through?
I literally saw scenes from the illness. I literally saw being, say, in a hospital in Bali and being turned away, like, being on death's doorstep and being sent away due to, I didn't know at the time it was overcrowding, but I knew I was, from the premonition, not getting good care. And what the message was before I even got on a plane was, take care of yourself, slow down, be kind to you, take some time. And I let someone else's and something else's agenda overrule my heart. and someone else's opinion and someone else's advice overrule my truth. And what was healing for me and what I actually had spoken was healing to me. I was like, it's too much. I've been at too many retreats, too many events. This is too big of a thing to pack up right before Christmas and go to. And the people kind of running the event were like, no, you're just sabotaging yourself. No, you just can't have this. Come on, it'll be great. And I got on the plane, and nothing in my body wanted me to get on that plane. And so the messages were saying, slow down, be nice to you, self-care, self-love. And so it took doing the opposite to learn, oh, right, I need to listen. I really need to listen. And so they were actual premonitions of actual scenes that actually happened. And what I had done at the time was, oh, that's not going to happen. I'm going to block that out of my mind. I am not getting sick overseas. That's just, I'm a healthy person. That is not happening. Block. And, I just decided I'm not going to give that energy. And yet really early on, that was my truth. Like, don't go. It's not right. It's not right now. Beautiful place to go. Don't go right now.
Right. And it's so important. Like if I can give any sort of, awareness to the listeners, and I've had this myself, it's really just us being able to tune into ourselves, us being able to really tune into these messages that are coming through all the time and actually listen to them and be aware of them. Because a lot of times when we don't have that physical, we tend to, not be aware of them. So before we take our final break, Erin, can you give the listeners your contact information one more time? Oh, definitely. My best way to contact me is my phone, and it's 773-263-3222, and that's in the U.S. My email is ediedling@gmail.com, and my website is my first and last name.com, erindiedling.com, ERINDIEDLING.com. Awesome. This is Deb Acker with Truth Talk. We are going to go on a quick break, and when we return, I am going to share my tidbits of truth of how I follow my heart, and we'll finish with the vibration activation. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Of right and wrong, the hardest part is beginning.
What if we really didn't have to die to go to heaven? Are you curious about the afterlife or rebirth? The highly anticipated new book from author Dr. Susan Allison, You Don't Have to Die to Go to Heaven, is available now. Find out how to find guidance and healing in the spirit realms. Order the book today and put it on your must-read list for 2016. Visit drsusanallison.com to learn more.
Get ready to experience Truth Talk Radio with host Deb Acker. Tune in to Truth Talk Radio each Wednesday at 3 p.m. Pacific on TransformationTalkRadio.com to illuminate the truth in your daily life as you experience life, love, and abundance from a whole new perspective. This hit show will leave you feeling lighter and bring you into a place of infinite possibilities every day in every way. Visit TruthTalkRadioshow.com for upcoming transformative topics.
Sky Siegel co-hosts one of today's most popular psychic shows, Angels and Answers, with Artie Hoffman, as she communicates healing messages from the spirit world. These messages can be astounding, enlightening, and life-changing. Born with the God-given talent of inner guidance and the amazing ability to heal, Sky has healed thousands of people. Schedule a reading with Sky now. Call 908-500-1474 and visit skyofangels.com.
What if your body and mind were the compasses to the secrets, mysteries, and magic of life? Glenna Rice, co-host of The Questionable Parent, is inviting you to access all that is possible. Glenna is a 10-year certified veteran access consciousness facilitator who offers an amazing variety of life-changing classes and workshops. Work with Glenna from anywhere with teleclasses and workshops all over the globe. To learn more and see Glenna's current schedule of events, classes, and workshops, visit glennarice.com.
Transformation Talk Radio is dedicated to the education and awareness of Lyme disease.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Lyme Talk Radio. I'm Dr. Pat, joined here by
Dr. Nusheen Darvish.
Dr. Pat Basili and Dr. Nusheen Darvish will be bringing the most innovative, groundbreaking information, research, treatment innovations, and stories from those it affects every day.
I'm so excited to be talking about this.
We have so much to share.
Dr. Darvish and I are planning to do is connect the dots.
People suffering with all sorts of chronic diseases, it's time. It is time for them to transform.
Tune into Lyme Talk Radio and help keep our mission strong.
For the loyal listeners out there that have been listening to this incredible show on Lyme disease, we are not going to let you down. We're going to come through stronger and enrich the platform for Lyme disease awareness through Lyme Talk Radio. The message will continue, the conversations will become stronger, and the healing epic.
Top 30 WPLQ.
Welcome back to Truth Talk. I am your host, Deb Acker. And in our final segment of Tidbits of Truth, I wanted to share with you guys how the steps that I've taken to really follow my heart. And really in following my heart, you know, I've followed my heart to pursue my dreams past the fear. I followed my heart to really have the type of love partnership that I want, and I've followed my heart just to really move into and live the life that I truly know that I'm meant to live and that everyone listening is meant to live. And really how I've done this is number one, first and foremost, and it's all the work that I do with everybody that I work with. And it's really all about being true to myself, right? And really for me, finding out about my truth in so many ways meant undoing the things, the patterns, the behaviors, the beliefs that weren't true for me, the behaviors that I had learned when I was a kid, so that I could really step into and live from my truth. And also, I've been able to hire coaches that really were one or even more steps ahead of me to really help me take me down this path. And even bigger than that was choosing it even when things got tough, even in moments when I was lonely. And so just all of those pieces have led to really me following my heart, me stepping into my truth, living for my truth each and every day. And so for those of you guys who are new, we're going to finish with a vibration activation. And basically what I'll do, and I'll walk you through this step by step, but I'm going to connect you to the light. And we're going to just bring that light into our bodies, and then I'll connect you through all of that. And then we're going to go ahead and expand that light out, 5 feet, 10 feet, all the way out to the entire universe. And again, I will walk you through this step by step. And then I might say something like, everywhere you feel fear and you're not following your truth, you're not following your heart. And I want you just to see that coming out of your body, and you can just breathe in heart, breathe in truth, breathe in light, or you can pick another positive alternative that resonates for you. Through this process, you might feel some tingling, you might have some emotions come up, you might feel something in your body. All of that is completely normal. And the other thing that I don't know that I've even ever mentioned before, but you can listen to these clearings multiple times, and you will continue to raise your vibration more and more and more, and continue to allow the things that are not you to release and shift, so that you can really, really move into your truth. And so with that, I'm going to have you close your eyes. And if you are driving, if you are operating heavy machinery, please do not close your eyes. But for everybody else, go ahead and close your eyes. And just taking a nice deep breath. And just connecting to the light that's 300 feet above our heads. And we naturally do this when we pray. And just see, sense, or feel that light. And just allow the light to come in through your forehead, down past your eyes so that you can see the truth, down past your ears and nose so you can hear your truth, down past your mouth and into your throat so you can speak your truth, down into your heart so you can really feel and follow your truth, down into your hips so that you can really stand in your truth, and down your legs and out through your feet so you can really move towards your truth. And just connecting into the center of the earth that feels like mother's love. It's all ooey and gooey and warm and nurturing. And just allowing that light to come back up through your feet, up through your legs, up through your hips and your torso and your face. And one more time, just this liquid light just coming down through your face, across your torso, down your hips, down your legs, and out through your feet. And back up through your feet, up through your legs, up through your hips, and up through your torso. And one more time, just this liquid light shower, just covering every crevice, every area of your entire body, allowing that to come down in through your face, down across your shoulders, down your back, down your hips, down your legs, and out through your feet. Good. And back up through your feet, up through your legs, up through your torso, and up through your face. And just connecting that light and expanding that light from above and below. And just go ahead and expand that light into the room that you're in. Just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and just expanding that light into the building that you are in, and getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and just expanding that light into the entire city that you're in. So just allowing that light to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Open, expand, and breathe. Good. Expanding that light into the entire state or country that you're in. So just open, expanding, and breathing. Good. Open, expanding, and breathing. And expanding that light out past the entire continent that you're on. Just see that light getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Good. Just open, expanding, and breathing. Good. Open, expanding, and breathing. And expanding that light past the entire world. So just allowing it to cover the entire world. Just open, expanding, and breathing, and expanding that light past the entire universe, past all the planets, just allowing that light to expand, and open, expand, and breathe. Good. And just open, expand, and breathe, and open, expand, and breathe. Good. And just everywhere you feel fear and you're not following your truth, you're not following your heart, just exhaling out that fear and just breathing in truth, breathing in heart, and breathing in light. Just breathing in truth, breathing in heart, and breathing in light. And breathing in truth, breathing in heart, and breathing in light. And everywhere you're not pursuing your dreams, everywhere you're not going after your dreams, everywhere you're scared to go after your dreams, just exhaling that out and just breathing in your dream, just embodying your dream, just taking your dream on, just breathing in your dream, just embodying your dream, and just taking your dream on. And everywhere you're settling for less than you desire, less than you deserve, just exhaling that out. And just breathing in the truth of what you desire, just breathing in the truth of what you deserve, breathing in the truth of what you desire, breathing in that abundance, and more abundance and more abundance and more abundance. And everywhere you're letting societal norms dictate your path. So in some way, you're letting whatever's normal in society dictate the fact that you're doing exactly what society is doing, and you're not going in the direction that you're supposed to be going. And just exhaling that out and just breathing in truth, and just breathing in your dream, and just breathing in the abundant, light, loving being that you are. And just everywhere you're scared to take one step forward, towards your dream, just exhaling that out and just breathing in light, and just breathing in moving forward, and just breathing in being in your power, just breathing in being in your power, breathing in being your power, breathing in being in your power. And everywhere you're in the not in some way, right? You're in some way you are focused on, we are not doing this. You're focused on not being able to do whatever it is that you want to do. Just exhaling that out and breathing in what is. Just breathing in the is, breathing in your being, just breathing in the is, breathing in the being, breathing in the is, and breathing in the being. And just everywhere you're not choosing love or the greater possibility, just exhaling that out and just breathing in love and breathing in infinite possibilities. Breathing in love and breathing in infinite possibilities, breathing in love and breathing in infinite possibilities. And just everywhere you're not owning or living your truth and living from your heart and your knowing, just exhaling that out and just breathing in your truth, breathing in your knowing, breathing and owning your truth, breathing and living in your truth, breathing and living from your heart, breathing and living from your truth, breathing and living from your heart, breathing and living from your truth, and breathing and living from your heart. And with that, I want to thank my guest today, Erin Diedling, for sharing such great information. And I want to thank you all for tuning into Truth Talk. I always love hearing from my audience. So if you have a comment on the show or would like to introduce yourself, you can send me a note on the contact page of my website at deboraacker.com. And there you can also sign up for my complimentary 30-minute discovery session where we'll clear your number one block to that thing you've been desiring, whether it's around relationship, abundance, career, or health, and explore working together. And next week on Truth Talk, we'll have Diane Altamare talking about the 10 proven strategies to transform your life. In the meantime, I hope you have a great week, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time.
Thank you for listening to Truth Talk Radio with your host, Deb Acker. Tune in to Truth Talk Radio every Wednesday at 3 Pacific Time on TransformationTalkRadio.com and experience the truth of who you are and who you came here to be. Each week, Deb interviews an inspiring guest and illuminates the truth to a wide range of topics, including love, life, purpose, career, consciousness, and abundance. Welcome to the world of infinite possibilities. For more information about Deb, including how to contact or work with her, visit TruthTalkRadioshow.com. Look forward to seeing you next week for more Truth Talk Radio.